hold this like Steven Tyler. Anyway, where are my married couples at? Married couples? I can't believe it, like blinding. Okay, what about happily married couples? Happily? Okay, couple. Married couples willing to try anything once. Any? I'll be at the show after the back. I only have one rule in the Devil's Three-Way. You can find out later. But, I have goals in life. I gotta tell you, man, I have goals. I'm trying to get back out in the dating scene. I recently got out of a 2.5-year relationship. Yeah. So it's an adjustment for me because I can't use my favorite dating medium anymore, Craigslist, which was fascinating. Where else could you go to haggle for an automobile and a respectable escort in the same breath? It was like one-stop shopping, really. Now to get the same effect, I have to get an auto trader, proceed to the nearest public restroom, and start tapping my feet.
Oh, man.
Speaking of which, I do enjoy public restrooms, in case you were wondering. I try to frequent them. That was odd. Public restrooms are nice because you get all the latest news there. It's all relevant, it's all current. It's all there. It looks kind of like this wall, right? You're just sitting there and you're catching up. It's like a mecca for information, information superhighway. It's all there. It's non-biased reporting. It's better than Fox News. You're sitting there, you're reading very carefully. And I read in my favorite public restroom, which happened to be in a bookstore, the literary type, they write a little better. And they carved in a lively debate about capitalism. I was like, all right. And they weren't afraid to get to the heart of the issue. One person said, capitalism is an economic system in which things are privately owned and it's better. And the other person replied, and I think he put it really good, he was just as elegant, he said, balls. And it was profound. I was like, whoa. Is that communism? Is that capitalism? No, it's balls. It's a whole new league. But back to dating. Dating, it's hard for me because I have to remain interested. Anybody have a hard time remaining interested when you're out on a date? It's hard. You have to remember what they said and you have to, it's always the same story it seems like. And maybe it's just me, but I'm sitting there and it's always like, well, what do you want for the future? I want a house and a dog and 50 kids! I'm just like, oh man, that's a heavy load to drop on the first date. Just once, I'd like to meet a woman who is more interested in dressing up as a scantily clad Zorro during the week. You know what I mean? Than being a mommy. That would be refreshing. But, I don't know, friends of mine say, maybe you just haven't met the right one, Ryan. You gotta meet the right woman. Isn't that what they always say? The bias comes in. I don't know what the babies think freaks me out. It seems like I have yet to find a woman who has an abort button on the side of her leg. Just a slightly raised red button. Boop. I just press that like mission control. I just press it all the time. I prime it like a lawnmower. Just in case. We'd be out on jogs and I just kind of bump into it and she'd go, did you just press my abort button? No. There's a mosquito there trying to compromise your abort button. I was just wiping it off. I'd have to cover for that. My goals may change. So I realized this, so I bought a #1 dad mug the other week. It's right next to my condoms. So they're just kind of staring at each other, opposing ends. What will it be, Ryan? Condoms or #1 dad? Another one of my goals, dating related, is I went out on a date with an Asian recently, which was a big thing for me. I really wanted to date an Asian, so that went well. Met her at the Lux, which you can tell is a place I frequent, I'm sure. And she was dancing up on me, unable to resist my pelvic thrusts, And I started pouring on the charm, I got real close and I said, your hair is really straight. And it gets better. Because I'm nervous, and then I get back in and I say, and it smells like soy. Angels, soy angels. I get nervous when I talk to my fetish You know, but it went really well, and we went out on a date at Starbucks, had coffee, and witty banter, and then she went back to Korea. She really did. She did. She had a ticket the next day, and it was like a short-term thing. I'm not into the long-term relationship. So that was a little disheartening. Anybody catch the 14-year-old recently who was caught, not catch her recent, like literally, but who was caught stripping, right, at a topless bar? It's awful. It's appalling. It's nasty. You know, I have questions about things like that when that comes up in the news, like questions about her upbringing. Was her crib next to a pole? You know, did she have a preoccupation with glitter growing up in the macaroni necklace process? Did she ask for her allowance in ones? These are questions I have. You know, because it seems like it'd be an indicator if she'd fancy the lifestyle of a stripper or not. But I've been Ryan West, so thanks for your time.
How about that?